If your Shopify store keeps showing sold out right when traffic finally picks up, or worse, your ads are running but your customers can't buy anything, you're in the right place. This is one of those issues that quietly kills revenue if you don't fix it properly. Hi, I'm Tim and I help Shopify store owners and e-commerce brands set up and scale Google Ads. And a big part of that is to make sure that your store is actually ready to take on orders when traffic comes in. And today, I'll walk you through how to handle sold out products properly in 2026, what that continue to sell when out of stock setting really does, and how to avoid inventory mistakes that cause confusion, refunds, or angry customers. And just quickly, if you'd like to learn more about what we do beyond YouTube and the digital ads campaigns that we run for our clients, I'll leave a link to my website in the description below. Now, let's start with why this keeps happening in the first place. Because a lot of people assume that Shopify is broken when it really isn't. In most cases, your store says sold out because your inventory tracking is on. Generally, that's fine for products you don't want to sell anymore or you're waiting for inventory to come in. But it becomes a problem for bestsellers, restock, or products that you know are going to come back in very soon. So fix number one is understanding the continue to sell when out of stock setting and when to use it. And as we come across to my screen, I'll be using my test store cheapcampinggear.net. Come to the left-hand side and come under products. You'll then see the list of products in your Shopify store. Now there's two ways to see the continue selling when out of stock settings. Firstly, I'll show you under a product that has no variations. From there, you'll scroll down to the inventory section. You'll then see the gray button where it says sell when out of stock. Click that. Then you have a checkbox here. From there, you can save it. And if you have variations, come back to the products area, pick a product with variations, scroll down under variants, and then select the variation. And then again, as you scroll down to inventory, you will find the sell when out of stock button here. Again, you can check the box for continue selling when out of stock and then save it. The other thing you need to take into consideration is the track inventory toggle on the top right of the inventory box. This toggle must be on and the checkbox needs to be ticked as well and saved for this to be able to work properly. If the inventory toggle is off, Shopify can't manage the stock at all. If the inventory toggle is on and the continue selling when out of stock box is unchecked, zero inventory equals sold out, end of story. Now, when you check the continue selling when out of stock, you're also telling Shopify to allow back orders or pre-orders for those products or variants. This can be incredibly useful, but only if you're intentional about it. I generally recommend only using this for products where you have a predictable restock timelines. If you know your supplier lead time or you're producing another batch, this can keep your ads live and your product pages converting instead of turning into dead ends. However, I do give a word of caution around doing this. It's super important that you have this set up correctly. And I have another video up here which you can watch where I cover that in full. Next up is something that a lot of store owners miss. I touched on it before, but I'd like to expand on it, and that's the variant level inventory. For example, you might have stock overall, but you might have one size or one color that hits zero. Shopify treats each variant separately. So you could see sold out on some variants while other variants will show available. So step two is to go through each one of your variants and decide which one should allow overselling and which one shouldn't. For example, you might allow pre-orders on your most popular sizes, but keep limited editions strictly in stock only. This is a very common cause of sold out messages coming up incorrectly. And once that's done, step three is communication. And this is where most overselling setups fail. Allowing your shoppers to buy out of stock products without clearly telling them that it's a pre-order is a fast way of getting a refund or a chargeback. If you're using Shopify's native setting, you need to make sure that the product page copy is making this obvious. Simple text like, "This item is on pre-order and will be shipped approximately in the next 2 weeks," will go a long way. Many stores also use a pre-order app here, mainly because this replaces the add to cart button and adds the messaging in automatically. Using an app isn't mandatory, but clarity definitely is. And if you don't get this step or the previous step correct, you could be setting up your Google Merchant Center for misrepresentation. And I cover more about misrepresentation in the video above. Now let's talk about inventory management broadly, because this directly ties into your ads. And for fix number 4 is making sure Shopify is your source of truth. Problems usually start when your inventory is being updated by multiple apps, suppliers, or other channels all at the same time. You'll see numbers jumping around. Products that are sold out when the stock actually exists, or worse, overselling items that you can't fulfill. If you're using bundles, subscriptions, or fulfillment integrations, it's worth auditing which app is controlling inventory and removing overlaps. Another common one I see is location issues. If you have multiple locations set up in Shopify, products can appear sold out for online sales, even though stock exists in another location. So step 5 is checking that your inventory is assigned to the correct location and that your online store channel has access to it. This is especially important if you're running Google Shopping or Performance Max campaigns. And that's because Google doesn't care if a product is unavailable. It just sees a bad user experience. experience. Now, what if you don't want to oversell at all? And that's where step 6 comes in. Back in stock notifications. So instead of hiding sold out products or deleting them, you can keep the page live for SEO and traffic and let customers sign up for restock alerts. These lists often convert extremely well because the intent is already there. Just make sure you're actually testing notifications. A surprising number of stores collect emails but fail to send the notifications out because the app was not configured correctly. One more thing worth mentioning, especially if you're running Google Ads, is not treating the sold out page as dead ends. If the product is unavailable and you have everything set up for continue selling when the product is sold out and the box is checked, you can still show related products or alternatives along with an estimated restock date. This helps you salvage the traffic that you've already paid for and keeps users engaged instead of bouncing immediately. Now, toward the end here, if you feel like this is a lot to manage alongside your Google Ads, your feeds, and your Google Merchant Center, that's the exact thing that we can help with here at Launchpresso. And if you'd rather not spend countless hours debugging your inventory issues whilst you're running your campaigns in Google Ads, you can reach out to us in the link in the description below, find the contact form, reach out to us to book a free strategy call and see where we can possibly help. And that's pretty much it. And if you found this video helpful today, feel free to subscribe for more Google Ads and Shopify tutorials. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.